Quick question. Think about your last 10 workouts. How many of those sessions had a set where you genuinely could not have done one more rep? If you're being honest with yourself, it's probably 0. You had 10 sessions that never sent your body a real growth signal. I spent the last few weeks digging through the actual research on why this happens to almost everyone. Here's my debrief. The pattern I kept finding from program to program is that people were showing up consistently and doing everything right by the internet standards, but going months without visible progress. That's not lazy or undisciplined. You're just running on a version of training that feels productive but isn't. There's a term for this: junk volume. Junk volume are sets that cost you time and recovery, but never actually earn a growth response. And the reason it happens isn't a mystery once you understand how your muscles actually grow. So what's actually happening in your muscle when a set goes from easy to hard? That's where this gets interesting. Here's the mechanism: Henneman's size principle. Your nervous system is built to conserve energy. So at the start of every set, it only recruits your smallest, weakest muscle fibers first. Those fibers can endure for a long time, but they don't stimulate growth. As the set gets harder and those small fibers fatigue, your nervous system has no choice. It brings in the larger, high-threshold fibers. Those are the ones with actual growth potential. That means your first 8 easy reps aren't the workout. They're just the warm-up your muscle needs before it's willing to send the real signal. The growth actually happens in the last few reps, the ones where the weight feels like it's fighting back. We call those effective reps. If you stop a set the moment it gets uncomfortable, leaving 5 reps in the tank every time, you never called in the fibers that grow. That's the whole story behind why your workouts produce little to no growth. Okay, so you know what makes a rep effective, but here's the question that actually matters. If effective reps are the answer, why not just do effective sets all workout? Because every hard set also costs you recovery, and that budget isn't infinite. Researcher Dr. Mike Israetel calls this the stimulus to fatigue ratio. Your first hard set on a muscle causes a huge growth signal with low cost. However, your 6th, 8th, or 10th set on that same muscle in the same session, the stimulus starts to flatline, but the fatigue keeps piling up. That's why the actual sweet spot for most people is around 6 to 8 effective sets per muscle, per session. Past that, you're not building more muscle. You're just digging a deep recovery hole for your next session. So how do you get the growth signal without digging that hole? Here's what I'd actually run instead, using 3 rules. First rule is the top set rule. Warm up properly. Then your first working set on your main lift is your top set. Heaviest weight for the day's rep range, pushed to true failure. That means until you cannot complete another rep. Second rule is the volume cap. After your top set, complete 1 to 2 back-off sets. Slightly lighter weight while still within 1 to 2 reps of failure. Stop around 6 to 8 total effective sets for that muscle. Third rule, track it. Log the exercise, weight, and reps for every effective set. This tells you if you are progressively overloading and getting stronger over time. So that's the framework. Let's see what it actually looks like on a real lift. Let's use the bench press. Here's what most people are actually doing. 4 to 5 sets of 10, same weight the whole way through. And on every single set, there's a couple reps left in the tank. It feels like a solid session. You're tired, your chest is pumped. But look at what actually happened during those 5 sets. Not one of them pushed close enough to failure to call in the fibers that grow. That's 5 sets of junk volume, dressed up as a workout. Now here's the same lift, run through the framework in our debrief. 1 to 2 warm-up sets to get the shoulders and chest primed, not counted toward anything. Then your top set. Same bar, but this time you load it heavy for the day, and you take it to 6, maybe 10 reps, all the way to true failure. That last rep should be a genuine fight. That's the set doing the real work. Then 1 to 2 back-off sets. Slightly lighter weight, 8 to 12 reps, stopping 1 or 2 reps short of failure each time. So count it up, 2 to 3 total working sets. Compare that to the 5 you were doing before. Same lift, a fraction of the fatigue bill, and a growth signal your old 5 sets never came close to. So here's my actual takeaway from this whole debrief. It was never about working harder. It was never about how tired you feel walking out of the gym. It comes down to one question: was any of it enough to count? And if the honest answer is no, here's the fix. Stop tracking minutes in the gym and start tracking effective sets. That's the entire shift. And here's how you can help me with the next one. Drop your current rep range on your main lift in the comments. I want to see what people are actually running out there. If you want the next debrief before anyone else sees it, subscribe. There's another one already in the works. Let's train smarter and not just harder.